Sometimes when life gives us a lot, we become proud. In all our desires and achievements, we forget that everything is written by our Creator. We forget His plan. In the end, only time can tell what is truly good or bad. Maybe you're going through a hard time right now, or maybe you're enjoying some comfort and forgetting about the future. Then this story is for you. This story won't just make you think, it may also change you. So listen carefully until the end. Once, at the foot of a green hill, next to a thick forest, there was a small village. In that village lived a humble man named James. Middle-aged James lived a simple life, always struggling with money. For him, having enough food twice a day was already a blessing. But even in his poverty, he had one special quality that made him different. He was always happy with what he had and never complained. James owned a small piece of land. He worked very hard on it to grow crops. Helping him was his only son, Michael, and a strong white horse named Star. But Star wasn't like other horses. He was very smart, hard-working, and quick. He helped so much on the farm that both James and Michael loved him deeply. To them, Star was like a part of the family. One day, Star's beauty and cleverness reached the ears of a rich businessman from the city, Brown. He came to the village with his son to see Star. When he saw the horse, he was amazed. He offered James a lot of money to buy Star, but believe it or not, James kindly refused such a big offer. Many people were surprised. Some even thought he was foolish. Villagers started saying James is crazy, he turned down such a big chance. This poor man could have made a fortune. Then guess what happened? A few days later, something surprising occurred. Star suddenly disappeared from his stable. James and Michael searched all day but couldn't find him. This gave the villagers more reason to talk. They laughed and said, "See, James wasn't even worthy of keeping such a valuable horse." Some even said, "I bet Brown's men stole Star." Michael was very upset that day. He asked his father, "Dad, we lost something so important. Why are you so calm?" James just smiled and said, "My son, there is both good and bad in everything. Don't worry too much." Michael didn't fully understand his father's words. He thought maybe his dad was hiding his sadness. But a few days later, something unbelievable happened. One morning, while working in the field, they saw an amazing sight. Star had come back. And he didn't come alone. He brought 5 wild horses with him. The news spread quickly through the village. The same people who had laughed before were now shocked. They said, "James is so lucky. What a fortunate man." James just smiled and said, "Maybe Star went into the forest to find his herd. Now he's back with his group." Everyone started calling James lucky. But Michael noticed something. Even in this happy moment, his father stayed just as calm. No pride, no excitement. Michael started training the wild horses every day. He took great care to tame them, teach them how to carry loads and let people ride them. But a few days later, something sad happened. One of the wild horses threw Michael off and his leg got broken. Again, the villagers started whispering. These horses caused his son's injury. James brought this trouble upon himself. In pain, Michael said, "Dad, this time something truly bad has happened." Once again, James calmly replied, "Good or bad, those can't be judged in a single moment, son. Time will tell everything." Michael still didn't understand. The pain from his broken leg was too much. But then, just a week later, something unexpected happened. A war suddenly started in the country. The situation became so serious that the government began taking all the young men from the village to fight. But there was one advantage. Michael wasn't taken. Because of his broken leg, many of the boys who went to war never came back. The village was filled with the sound of crying. Many villagers came to James crying and said, "James, you are so lucky. Your son survived, but we lost ours." James sat beside Michael and with deep peace said, "See, Michael, what happens in life is never simple. Losing Star seemed like a bad thing at first, didn't it? But he returned with 5 more horses. Your broken leg felt painful, right? But that saved you from going to war." James's words helped Michael see everything in a new light. James added, "That's why, son. When something good happens, don't be too excited. And when something bad happens, don't feel broken. Everything is part of time. The real lesson is, good or bad, everything will pass. We can't always understand what something means right away. Whether it's good or bad, only time can tell. Even if we don't understand what God has planned for us today, one day we will. So in every situation, be patient, be thankful, and keep your faith strong. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe something is happening in your life right now that doesn't make sense. But trust that God's plan is always for your good. Remember this, whether it's good or bad, it will all pass one day. Don't fall apart during hard times and don't get carried away in happy moments. There is balance in everything. If you like this story, don't forget to leave a like. Tell us in the comments, what did you learn from this story? And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.